Yep. I should be morning nice and decent people because I usually stream in the morning on my side. But I know it's technically morning on the UK side where the football lives. Where the football landscape is going to have a lot to talk about this weekend. Because for the second time in 3 days, so yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The second time in 4 days. It's number one versus number two. It's number one versus number two in the Champions League and the Premier League, and both times Arsenal Football Club are involved. I guess that's a good thing. It means you're doing well, right? It's a good place to be where you're competing at the top at both leagues. But there's since we're being so cautious on this side and we're not declaring um, winners in November, we have to remind the audience we have to use Exhibit A to let the evidence show that Liverpool Football Club was in this very same spot last year. Top of the Premier League, top of the Champions League. I can't even get my words out today. Top of the Prem, top of the champs. Went on to win the Prem, crashed out of the champs in the round of 16. And there may have been some carryover. There may be some carryover with Liverpool's performance of how they crashed out, because if we're being honest, us as Arsenal Football Club did not give them a proper challenge. We did not. They kind of walked the league on our head tops, embarrassingly so, especially when we were second place FC for 2 years in a row. The mantra, excuse me, I'm trying to get my charger to work here. There we go. Do we got good connection? Yes, I think we got good connection with the charger. But this year feels different, or so it's said, that this year feels a little different. Nasty November, unfinished business. Only the Chelsea stand in our way of having a undefeated November. Our last loss, ironically, came 31 October at Anfield. We went through September unscathed, keeping clean sheets, winning all the games. Went through October, winning all the games. Went through November, looking to go through November, not losing any game. And should we get a win or a draw tomorrow, we will have been undefeated in November or Sunday. But I'm looking forward to a win, because a win would end the month right. Because we started it kind of funky. And we started it with the drop points going into the international break. And it felt like a loss because it was 2 points dropped. But we get the chance to right that tomorrow. Sunday. I keep saying Sunday. Well, technically it's tomorrow for you guys in the UK who are watching, because it's technically Saturday morning. So Sunday evening, we look to right that wrong. Yeah? Because I'm a firm believer that should we go 9 points clear of Chelsea, we would have effectively ended their title hopes. But they have an opportunity to put a huge dent in ours, because 3 points is makeable. Not the end of the world, but it will feel like it. Yeah? Do a quick roll call, 5 minutes in. I done said way too much before I have manners and acknowledge this world-class chat. Now, I have streamed twice today. I had my warm-up show with the Waffle Don, and they did a massive 2-hour run with the broski, that is Aaron, on Aaron Talks Arsenal. Another fantastic show, but I could only give him 2 hours. Pause. Because it's Friday and there was shit to be done, and plus I wanted to jump back on here to get another one in, like Bluebird says, another one, DJ Khaled style. Big up. Did someone order a mod? You know I always do, man. Like AJ, what you telling me, my bro? Hope you are good. Why you still awake, brother? Why is AJ still awake? TX Gunner in the building. Say, what's good, everyone? Hope you are good, my G. I said, there I watch a blank screen until you start. Madness, Ray and them nephews. Hey, but easy for the Ray and them nephew, them, you know. BVK, we are 100% winning this league. 100%? 100? Damn, bro. Not even 99. Not even 98. A full 100. What you saying, Wyography? You think we're full 100 winning this league? Go on. Nah, I can't hear you. You're not on mute though. But I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Yeah, just pop out and pop back in, man, and see if you get some audio. Let me remove you. Just hop back in whenever you sort your audio out. 100%. You know, I want to like that. Matter of fact, it was the thing is, Aaron asked this question, right? He asked this question on the podcast today. He said, "When will I start to believe?" And it's a question that's floating around the Arsenal space. When are you? And some people are putting dates on it. Some people are putting points tally between us and the chase on it. And I didn't even put any of those on it. I actually put on it. What I put on it is when I see the manager of the football club start to do the right thing on a consistent basis. Yeah. Like the Bayern Munich game, for example. It wasn't going well for Skelly. He saw that. We saw that. He made the adjustment and bang. Brings on Martinelli, brings on Skelly. Two of them link up for a goal and game over. Classic adjustment. He's learning. He's doing the right thing. If I see him do that on a consistent run, then I'm going to be like, shit, we're clean through. Because I'm really worried, like, not say worried, but I do believe if we don't win the Premier League this year, it'll be primarily down to him. Doing shit like he did at Anfield, doing shit like he did at the Emirates versus Man City, doing shit like he did at Sunderland. He fixed those, I think we 100% win the league. So when he demonstrates that he is doing all that stuff, now whether that's match week 18, match week 22, it's not a time, and it's not a points tally. Points different. When it happens, it happens. And I'm here to big him up.
Yeah, there you go.
So you think we are 100% winning the league, my G?
I won't say 100%, but that doesn't mean I'm not confident in my squad.
Confident.
You know, it just Premier League has a funny way of showing you and making you stay humble. And I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of that. So we're gonna stay being humble. We're gonna keep getting these wins one game at a time.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna keep slapping people. Chelsea next.
Chelsea is
and
next.
We're just gonna wait and see what happens.
Chelsea is next in the shoe, yeah?
Yeah, next to get punched up. You know, I like the fact that everybody fit. They don't have no question about Palmer. They don't have question about anybody. Everybody fit. So I'm just waiting.
The thing is, I don't think Palmer will start. I think he will play, but I don't think he'll start. I think it would be reckless and irresponsible of Enzo Maresca for a guy who hasn't kicked ball in at least 2 months. He hasn't kicked ball in a while. To throw him in a game of this intensity against the best team in the league. It's kind of risky.
Europe.
I'm saying that
Europe. Let's not. If it's for 1 week, we're gonna take it. But let's not. It's Europe.
You think we're better than PSG?
PSG is below right now. We just knock out the top 10.
Yeah, I don't look at the table in the league phase. You know, I'm looking at.
But no, I think we mentally from last season, I think we can take them on.
BX Gunner said, I started once I saw the manager. Oh, see? That's it. Seeing is believing. And essentially, you said what I just said, but you just said it in much fewer words and much more eloquent, BX Gunner. So
yeah.
Big up to you. Big up to Cooper in the house. Big up my friend.
Big up Cooper.
Smash the likes and join. Gary, what you telling me? If you're about, jump on, man. I know you got the link, so let me know if you're good. These 7 points. Now, if those 7 points, we had those. But then again, I wasn't expecting us to do an invincible or anything. But those 7 points that we dropped, I squarely put down to him.
Reckless.
Not gonna lie.
Reckless, reckless, reckless.
Bridge and get some get back. But that's the thing. I don't even think we need get back on Chelsea right now because these men haven't beaten us at the Bridge in 7 years. So this is why I am confused. Well, I'm not confused. I understand where the chest is coming from. The chest is coming from, oh, they just beat a 10-man Barca, put 3 goals past them. I'm like, well, so did Club Brugge. Club Brugge scored 3 goals on these men. You're playing 10-man Barcelona, right?
Yeah.
If we're going on that metric, right? Okay, you beat Barcelona, so you're great. Well, we beat Bayern Munich, so we're better, right? If it's that linear, because I do Barcelona and Bayern Munich play at a neutral site, I think Bayern Munich will blab them. You know what I'm saying? So on the run of play, the chest that Chelsea, I think they're a little too confident. There were a couple of Chelsea fans in the chat today saying 2-0 to the Chelsea, and I haven't seen Chelsea fans in my chat for time. And then they pop up saying they're gonna beat us 2-0. Some saying 3-2.
Hey, let them come and hit the like button. Let them come and out of the views. You know what I mean?
Cheers to Aaron.
Yeah, Chelsea. It's 10-man Barcelona, bro.
Yeah.
It was a reckless foul that caused the red card. Barcelona play a high line the entire game.
Too high.
Even when they went down to 10 men, still playing a high line.
Brother.
How does that make sense? I'm still trying to figure that out.
This is why I call Hansi Flick the German and, because he's just reckless with that. Like the high line that, and when Araujo was walking off the pitch, he's dapping him up and shaking his hand, like, because that tells me that he's the players out there doing exactly what the manager tells him to do. And I think he was the captain. I think he had the captain's armband. Your captain gets sent doing a reckless challenge like that. I'm like, what are you doing, bro?
But you would never see him Puyol doing that.
Yeah, that was kind of criminal. But
so just talking about football, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just speaking on what's going on at Barcelona. I know Rafinha is not hurt.
He's coming back from injury.
How long has that been? That's what they keep saying. Come on now. How long has that been?
He was dressed and on the bench, wasn't he, in that game? I think he was on the bench for that game.
I wasn't sure. I'm waiting for this computer to load up.
Yeah, he was dressed and on the bench. My memory serves me correctly, but I think the red card kind of messed up Hansi's plans.
But in that case, that's what you need. That's who you need up top, right?
Some individual brilliance.
Yeah, 2 substitution, a defender, and Rafinha. Rafinha can take on people. He can create opportunities, But I think Barcelona is more on a PR with Yamin. And hands down, last season, Rafinha performed better than Yamin. But because the hype is there and they're trying to push him up to be the next Messi to take over.
Mm-hmm.
And that's if you look at the stats and you look at the GAs, he had more than both of them. Matter of fact, he was the one who dragged Real Madrid. So I'm just saying they need to look at football instead of that PR stuff can't get along all the time.
Yeah, the subs that they brought on Rashford, they did bring on Rafinha, Dani Olmo, Christensen, and Gerard Martin. But before the game, I predicted Chelsea to beat them. Actually, I said Chelsea would. Yeah, because of the way they defend, it's criminal, bro. They don't. The Club Brugge game, the other games, they have conceded more goals in the Champions League than Paphos. Can anyone in the chat tell me someone who starts for Paphos? Not no motherfucking body, because no one knows about Paphos.
Like who is that?
Yeah, they concede, bro, and they concede because they know they can outscore teams. But the Premier League physicality gave them problems, gave them issues.
Yeah,
gave him a hella issues. Even Benfica, bro. Benfica was winless before their game on midweek, and they've only conceded 8 goals. Barca have conceded more goals than Benfica, who are 30th.
Damn.
30th. You know what I'm saying? Slavia Prague ain't conceded as many goals as Barca. Their defense is terrible. Absolutely dreadful. So if they're basing that they're gonna beat Arsenal based on what they did to Barcelona's shit defense, then it's fool's goal and they're gonna be embarrassed on Sunday because they're not gonna get any change. Yes, brother. There's Timber.
They should know better than that.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't. I get it that it's a hype, and they hyped up the game between Esteval and Yamin. Esteval got the best of him, scored a wicked goal, bad boy goal. Think he's a good player, but there's a cap, right? There's a cap. Premier League opposition, Champions League style of play is completely different.
Big time. And there's enough players on Chelsea to understand that.
Yeah.
Whether they come from big club or low club, but we got something for them cooking. You know that.
Yeah, man. Big up to Aaron, man. Big up to Aaron. You need to go to sleep, bro. It's late over there. Big up to the guys in the house. He is their cash guy. Like he is, and I think it's one of the things that Xavi Alonso is faced with at Real Madrid. There's politics there where like he knows that Mbappe is box office and he has to play, and he was playing well at the minute. But even before Mbappe got there, Vinicius was the box office guy.
Yeah.
And he had to play. And that kind of forced Rodrigo out on the wing where he's not as best. But this on this game, this Chelsea Arsenal game, it's the battle of Caicedo and Declan Rice in the middle of the park. Depending on who you ask, this one's better, that one's better. How do you see this midfield battle playing out?
So we are saying Declan, right? I'm saying Declan. By the end of the day, the way in which we play, probably it's gonna be Declan and Zubomendi taking balls from him, right? Even though we had a little mistake from Zubi in Tottenham game, but let's not. It's 4-1. Tell Royal to go back in his goal. Cause he probably could have got that ball like that. You know what I mean? So with that being said, the only person you talk about Chelsea so far with Palmer being absent is Caicedo and that Esteban kid, right?
Yeah.
So in our midfield we have Declan and Zubomendi. Declan's gonna be Declan regardless, right? Keeping away from Chelsea is going to shut down Caicedo, and we happen to do very well. Not too many teams come in and then midfielder control the game like that. Don't forget, it's not too many driving ball that we take on. It's not too many players that keep the ball to their feet and just keep dragging it. I'm pretty sure Arteta dang him like crazy for that lost ball. Like, why you held on to that ball too long?
Yeah.
Because he had people to pass the ball to.
At least 3. He had at least 3 passes.
Yeah, at least.
With Raya being the last of them. Yeah, I think he had Timber straight ahead.
Yeah.
He had Declan and Timber as if he went through his progressions. Right. And that's what you do.
Saliba was right there. Closer to the right side with Timber because he opened the space. And he like you said, he could have passed that ball straight back to Royal and then have a restart of play. But that's done and over with. But what I'm saying is if you keep the ball off your feet with a quick pass, 1-2, let it go, 1-2, let it go. I don't think Caicedo's gonna have that much chance on the ball. Now unless it's a restart from Chelsea. But his intersection and all that would be very difficult.
Yeah. Decker's been moving like a madman recently, taking ankles, psychopath on the warpath, psycho on the warpath. The man is on a mission. So what I think, right? What I foresee happening is Declan. If Declan puts in a dominant midfield performance, what happens is that frees up Zubimendi to do his thing, and more dangerous for Trusty, it frees up Eze to do Eze things. Just like the Bayern Munich goal, if you look at it, it's so similar to the goal that we scored, the equalizer at Sunderland. It's
Yeah,
Declan breaking up the play, moving the ball to Eze. Eze don't even need to dwell on it. One touch, quick pass to Calafiori, whip, Madueke, bang. Right? At Sunderland,
yeah,
Lefebvre tried to dribble past Declan. Declan went, give him the ball, nick it off him, pass it to Eze. Eze lays it off to Mourinho. He lays it off to Saka. Bang, it's in the net. If Declan doing that type of shit, it could be a long day for Tosin and Chalobah. Like Chelsea fans are going to realize that Tosin and Chalobah aren't, you know, Saliba and anyone else.
they're nothing, man.
Yeah.
They're nothing. Right now, it's who about who's going to start on our left wing.
For us,
Yeah, really, that's really what it's about. Who's going to start on our left wing?
who you starting there?
Martinelli have a good game against Chelsea always,
He does fancy a Chelsea.
but at the same time, I don't want Manu on the left wing. Not unless he and Saka are going to interchange at some point in the game, be on a rotational standpoint.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
that's my only take. That's my only take on it. I don't want him on the left wing. So I mean, coming on as a sub and finishing off same way, because it's Saka on the pitch is going to be a problem regardless. That's going to keep whoever that defender is going to keep busy.
Yeah.
Because for one,
It's gonna be
he's a
Cucurella,
big,
man. It's
yeah,
Cucurella. He's got to get
that,
Cucurella booked because if Cucurella is allowed to foul, and not get booked, he could kick the shit out of Saka and end up injuring him because he's a rat, man. He is a dirty player.
yeah,
You know, I just don't like between him, Bruno, and fucking Richarlison. I don't know which one I hate the most, but
yeah,
I think Martinelli will start on the left because of his pace to go up against Reece James.
yeah,
You know, I don't trust Art. I think there's an injury boost. Trust Art it was just a knock, labeled as a knock. So Trust Art should be fit and available for selection. But based on, Martinelli's pace, I do think he start because
yeah.
one thing I know Maresca won't do, he won't do this Reece James in midfield fuckery that he's been doing
Nah,
against other teams.
hell
He's going to
no.
play him at right back, and he's in his
Not,
midfield is going to be probably Santos and Enzo with João Pedro in the 10, probably the lap up front. Don't even care who they put on the left wing because Timber's gonna eat whoever is over there for lunch.
that's
He's
a
gonna,
lost cause. That's a lost cause.
he's gonna snatch their chain. Pedro Neto, who I rate, probably will have a moment or two against Calafiori, but I don't know who Arteta is gonna put at left back. Is he gonna keep the Mascara Saliba, not left back, but left center back? Is he gonna keep the Saliba Mascara partnership from Wednesday, or he's gonna just slot Hincapié in there to get that
Man, you
left
see,
foot outlet?
that's the beauty. That's the beauty of our club right now, right? You can't even though Gabby is missing, the two replacement that we have or our two counterpart that we have, they're both good.
All right.
One player against Tottenham, one player against Bayern Munich.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. He said, "Make them
And they
look
got
up."
they got they got slap up.
Yeah.
At
All right.
this point,
So,
you just at this
well,
point you just have them do rock paper scissors.
rock paper scissors. So here's
Yeah.
the thing, right? If I I'm gonna name out this team and let me know if you think this team could beat Chelsea, right?
hmm
All right. Kepa in goal, Ben White, Mosquera, Hincapié, Skelly. It's our back line. Norgard, Odegaard, Ethan, Madueke, Martinelli, Havertz. You think that
Havertz
team could beat
definitely.
Chelsea?
Havertz, the only person I take out that team is Nogard.
Mm. Do you think that team could get a result against Chelsea? You think that team can beat Chelsea?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Havertz scoring. Havertz scoring.
I
Manuike
essentially just
scoring.
named, but I just essentially just named the second team.
Yeah, I know.
That was all
Yeah.
second team players. There was no Declan, no Zubi, no Gabriel, no Saliba, none of that. No Saka.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he will go with Hincapié at left center back for good rotation there. But I really don't. I don't think he start Madueke though. I don't.
No, I don't think so either. Just the I mean, for me personally, I prefer him coming on after Saka, then run down Chuchu, whatever his name is, no Chihuahua.
Gucci, they're gonna boo the shit out of him. Oh, the Nunnies. So I don't sure. I'm not sure Arteta want to put him through 90 minutes of that. You know, I want him to bring him on in like the 70th minute. They boo him, get under his skin and irritate him.
And then he knock it, and then he score a goal.
Yeah, where he just
shut them up.
Yeah, and cook the shit out of whoever they got there.
Yeah.
Make him look like Mustafi and Holden. I'd love for that. Now, speaking of which, when them men were starting for us, I think that's the last time Chelsea beat us.
Yeah.
When I think Maurizio Sarri was the manager of Chelsea the last time they beat us at Stamford Bridge. But if I think I'm right. None got to play. He's got something to prove, and he looks ready to ball. And one of the reasons why I'm so glad he scored against Bayern, because there's nothing that he can't do right now, right? He's a
confident boost.
Yeah, he feels like
and of course he want to score at Chelsea because they did have a little. He had a little beef with the manager, and they kind of bench him after he was cooking. Yeah.
Like, bro, right before Arteta, like Arteta usually like hug him and give him like a pre-speech before they run onto the pitch. Like you hold him, you be like, hey, these motherfuckers sold you the day before a final. Go out there and you know what I'm saying? Because I don't give a damn how much Real Madrid could be giving us 200 million for Saka. If we're playing a final the next day, we're not doing that deal. Like we're gonna play him in the final, then send him to you. But that's what they did. That's what they did to Madueke. It was wrong, bro. Yeah, I actually, and they probably clipped it up, but I said it at another platform where I said, bro, I think Villa away will be a tougher fixture than Chelsea away.
Yeah.
Because Unai, for some reason, always pull a rabbit out of a hat against us. And Villa is our first away game, I think, in December.
Who, with Villa?
Yeah, I think Villa is our first away game. I think we got Brentford after Chelsea, and then it's Villa away, which could be tricky. But November was meant to be tricky, and I think other than the Sunderland blunder, I think we did quite well. But let me see what the chat's saying.
Yeah, last time Chelsea beat us was 2021, isn't it?
Yeah, I was at the Emirates.
Oh, you was there?
No. I said that was at the Emirates.
Now,
I met the Emirates in 2016, bro. But yeah, it was the last time they beat us at their ground was 2018. It was a 3-2.
Okay. Yeah.
It was a 3-2. Long time since we lost to them, man. Big up Wahaha. Big up LFC Monster in the building. It said, we done doing charity for Aston Villa. I think you meant charity there. But I think we played Villa twice in December, to be honest. If I'm looking at the schedule right, because the schedule flips over. We have a lot of games in December, bro. So those names that I was naming off
earlier,
the men are gonna get some minutes. They're gonna have to chip in, and even if your minutes is just to provide some rest and relief in the legs of Saliba and Saka, they're gonna have to contribute somehow.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got 3 days. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bro, we got 7 games in a 2-week span. So a lot of games.
It's gonna be a good Christmas.
Good Christmas. But yeah, battle in the midfield. I think this game will be one in the midfield, man. I think it's gonna be uh KG at first. Taco's gonna be flying in. Caicedo gonna every tackle that flies in, you're gonna hear the crowd be moaning for a card. We just have to keep our heads and not get sent off. I think we keep 11 men on the pitch, we win this game. AJ said, if somehow he bottles it this time, does Bertha actually have the power to act, or does Josh need to agree? I think Josh will go with Bertha's recommendation. I think that's what it will be. At least that's how they set up their American business models. Right? The GM has the power to fire the coach or the general manager, what they use in basketball and what they use in the NFL. They don't call it director of anything. They just call it the general manager. I think they will lean heavily on Bertha's expertise. Even if, say, for example, we only win the FA Cup and the EFL Cup, and then Bertha makes a recommendation saying, hey, this team underachieved. Even though we won those 2 trophies, this team underachieved. And he'll make his recommendation. And I think, ultimately the decision is with the bosses, isn't it?
But, so you think Bertha got a big pull?
I do. And if he does, and if he didn't, why are you here? You can't just be here, be another yes man or another partner to the coach or the manager, because that hasn't been working. So Arteta's Big 6 unbeaten record got broken at Anfield, so all those other unbeaten records versus the Big 6 clubs is under pressure this season. I think right now he's more concerned about his clean sheet record is gone as well, but I think he's more concerned about that, having conceded this amount of goals in a season, blah blah blah. I think he does feed into that, because that damn Tom Canton, every single press conference, Tom Canton just has like a list of stats that he just reads off to suck off the manager. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But he always start off his question or his statement with some ridiculous stat to prop up that like it's meant to mean something. But I think that does feed into Arteta's ego, and I really think tomorrow or Sunday he will be very cautious about control and try to do to Chelsea what we did to Bayern Munich and make completely nullify him. Because, bro, like, when's the last time we seen Harry Kane look that quiet?
Probably the World Cup.
Yeah, brother, it's been the Bayern team.
That's what I'm saying. Probably the World Cup, and he's shutting things down in Germany. So I mean, he thought coming back. Even I thought he was going to score, because he always score on Arsenal.
Always scores.
But with that plan Arteta came with, I have nothing else to put on that, man. It was masterclass to the T.
Yeah, and on a linear scale, if these boys kept Harry Kane quiet, who the hell is Delap?
Delap came from Leeds, right? I said he came from Leeds, right?
Ipswich.
Okay. Yeah.
Ipswich. And the thing is, right, I know there's a lot of hype around Esteval right now, and he's the new shiny toy. But Michael Olise isn't no slouch either. Michael Olise is a bad boy winger, and when Calafiori came on, he got put in clamps. Skelly was having a bad game. But we know that Skelly isn't a great defender. We knew that.
Yeah.
Calafiori came on, and so and the thing is, what? I told some Chelsea fans this earlier. They didn't like it, right? But I essentially said, if Esteval is this wonder kid, and he's as great as you men say he is, which he might be, all that means that he won't be at Chelsea too long. In 2 years, he's going to be at Real Madrid and Barcelona.
And that's fact. I think 2 years is probably too long. Every Brazilian, not too many Brazilians stay in Premier League.
Well, not even just the Premier League. No Brazilian kid goes up saying, I want to go play for Chelsea for the rest. You know what I'm saying? It was them two, Barcelona, Real Madrid. And in the 90s, it was Serie A.
Yeah.
Brazilian kids want to go play in Serie A. So like he may be good and he may be that. Because not even when we talk about Premier League GOATs, right? And LFC Monster knows this. Whenever Liverpool fans are talking about Mo Salah is the Premier League GOAT, Chelsea fans, when they throw their names in the conversation, they say Hazard was better than Mo Salah, and that's a whole debate. Hazard or Salah, Hazard or Salah. Well, even Hazard left you to go to Real Madrid. So your best ever player, your best ever attacking player. So if Estevao is that, that's where he's gonna be in 2-3 years.
Yeah.
You know. So 19 likes, 19 in the building. That's what I'm talking about.
Big up. Share, keep share.
Yeah.
Share the live.
Nah, he can't be chasing this because I don't think this record will ever be broken, to be fair. You know,
what, 15 goals?
Yeah.
Where we at now? We are 6. Yeah. That's not gonna be broken.
We'd have to go on another mad tear of another 8 to 10 games of not conceding.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible that can happen though.
It can, but we have a goalkeeper that like to get lobbed. You know,
man's bored.
Yeah, nobody was lobbing Petr Cech from
man's bored.
Yeah, from City Academy to Ipswich to Chelsea. I think these last 2 transfers in Cappy and Eze was Bertha testing and Kroenke's. Take my suggestion. Yeah, right out. Because, you know, with Odegaard being injured on the back of being shit for a year and a half, and Eze starting to find his feet and find his form, you know, where would we be with that Eze right now? No one would be crying, or we'd be shitting our pants that Gabriel is injured if Nketiah wasn't here, and Mascara. So, you know, yeah, in Bertha we trust is the new mantra.
Ethan.
By the current pace, if Arteta does it, it would be the Manchester United home game for us, where he could win the league.
Ain't nobody thinking about Manchester United, bro.
Nah, he clamped him up. He clamped him up. He clamped him up. I know it's difficult for you to hear that the Arsenal defense is actually good, right?
It actually is, because it has been a problem for years. Yeah. Probably even almost a decade.
Yeah. So, AJ says, I would agree that Victor Gyökeres and Arteta originally wanted Sesko. Yeah, definitely wanted Sesko. Yeah, semen in this guy.
Goddamn, Marlon wanted Sesko.
Yeah.
I know where he's at. Where he say he playing domino. Or Marlon wanted Sesko. Like, bro, man, Victor has a record in the Champions League. A record in Portugal. The number speaks for it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's so rare that you remember it. Raya got lobbed in preseason by Sarr, and then can get lobbed in the season.
Same thing, yeah.
Right, and he got lobbed last year by Mateta. It happens too often.
He's bored, bro.
Too often.
The defense is too good.
Yeah.
Sorry. The defense is too good. Like you have nothing going on. Even Max. I hope Max is watching this chat. Max used to be bored back there when Reno playing.
We're having a conversation this year. Yeah, what you saying? I went 2-1 Arsenal. What you saying for the game?
Nah, it's gonna be a 3 or 4.
Damn. 3.
Now, conceding a goal, I'll probably say a 4-1.
Damn. 4-1.
Yeah. Remember I called 3-1. I called 3-1 on Bayern Munich. So yeah.
Hey, if we put 4 past them, man, then brother, can you imagine the chest? Because you know if Sheldon is there, we're 100% winning the league today. He's saying that right now. We put 4 past Chelsea on Sunday. That 100% goes to 200%. Like, hey,
we're gonna put 4 past Chelsea. It's not like we haven't done it before.
Yeah, I mean, I
so
love it.
The thing is, Chelsea. The last time Chelsea were really great when they had Hazard, and then before Hazard, Didier. That's one player I was afraid of, Didier Drogba. Every single time he put that work in on Arsenal, right? And then Hazard. Apart from that, who else? Who else has it been that was really taking Chelsea to what it needed to be?
Yeah. I'm calm about the game. I do think we beat them. I don't because here's the thing, right? if I look at Chelsea's fixtures, I'm like, damn. And I look at the teams that they lost to this season. I look at the teams that they've beaten. Like someone sent me something today and said they've only beaten one team in the top half of the table, and I was like, no way, that can't be. And
And
then
you fact check it.
I had to go fact check, and it's misleading as fuck because it's true, but it's misleading because the only team that they've beaten in the top half of the table is Tottenham. Yeah. Because they haven't played us yet. They haven't played City yet. They haven't played Villa yet. They drew to Palace 0-0, and they lost to Brighton. They lost to Sunderland. That's the top half of the table.
Yeah.
They beat Liverpool, but Liverpool are 12th.
What to be United, isn't it?
Nah, United beat them.
Oh, United beat them.
Yeah. United beat them 2-1, and United are 10th.
They haven't played Bournemouth yet.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a true stat, but it's misleading to a point. You know,
it can't be misleading, Tyron.
Yeah,
it can't be misleading. It's a fact.
It is, but I look at because I looked at that, and then I looked at our record against the top half of the table, and we haven't played Palace, we drew the City, we haven't played Villa. We haven't played Brighton. We drew Sunderland. We slapped Tottenham, and we haven't played Bournemouth either. So we
lost to Liverpool.
They have, yeah.
Oh, it said top half. My bad.
Yeah, oops. Top half. Yeah. Essentially, the wins that Chelsea have had, and it's been mostly. But the thing is, Liverpool is in that bottom half of the table, so that kind of muddies the water a little bit because they're 12.
Bottom half.
Bottom half is bottom half.
Bottom half is bottom half. We don't care.
Yeah.
We don't talk to the lower levels. You gotta talk to the chain of command.
Yeah. If we slap Chelsea, I will have a little chest. Yeah, that's a lot, because AJ don't have any chest at all. So it'd be I think 9 points will essentially make Chelsea feel like they don't belong in a title race. It'd be a top 4 fight for them because I don't see them coming back that many. But if they haven't played anybody for real. If you like you said, you fact check it, so they really haven't played anybody. Yeah. They haven't played City yet. They haven't played us yet. They still got to go to St. James's Park. But the only tough ground that they've actually went to was Old Trafford, and they lost that. Even if we lose against Chelsea, we win the league. 3 years of momentum. We got this. Yeah, surely we can four-peat in second.
Yeah.
But that's for us to talk about, come May. So, bro, we play ball. We're footballing men. We got a lot of Liverpool friends. We got family members and friends that are Liverpool. They're not in a good place. So they have a big game on Sunday, man. I never thought this would be a big game, to be fair. But yeah, they go to West Ham on Sunday, man, and this should be like 3 points Liverpool. It's not a case of the result. It's a case of how many. But I'm not like someone said in the chat today that I can't say with chest that Liverpool win this game, and I couldn't argue with them.
Nah, I can't argue with them either, right?
But surely they have to win this, right? Surely they win. They beat West Ham. Like, I know nothing's guaranteed in football, but come on, bro. Oh, Jesus. I was about to say West Ham are 17th because they are 17th, but I just seen a 19th place Forest go to Anfield and slap them up.
Let's forget about 17, right? Here's a question. Right now, this season, will you consider Bournemouth a top 10? Not like top, will you consider Bournemouth to be like a difficult team to beat right now?
Bournemouth were difficult. Big up to Suj. Say big up to Yaga in the chat.
Big up Suj.
Man. I think Bournemouth was a top team last year. They beat us last year.
Yeah, and they stay out of top 10 this season, right? So first few games, new coach for West Ham, right? After I forgot dude's name, but after being sacked from Tottenham or whatever the case might be, came to West Ham, after West Ham selling up the top baller to Tottenham, it kind of take him a while to get started, right?
Mm-hmm.
And past few games, man, slap up Newcastle,
Who slapped up Newcastle?
West Ham,
Oh yeah, they did, didn't they?
yeah,
Yeah.
man, slap up Newcastle, man, beat up Burnley, who sit back and wait for everybody to come,
Mm.
and they drew with Bournemouth. I'll just look
So,
it up.
so what you're saying is West Ham have a new manager bounce going on, like
Yeah, I
Forest.
mean, West Ham pick up that vibe to come off the top, to come off the bottom three. So they're not about to sit down. They're not about to sit and wait.
Brother,
They're
if
not about
these
to sit
men,
back and sit down for Liverpool to come up. You know what I mean?
brother, if these men lose to West Ham, bro, then Arne Slot might as well not go back to Merseyside. Now he might as well just fly back to the Netherlands from London.
Hey,
He came.
Fabio's speculating they might fire him soon.
Well, I believe it.
So if Fabio started speculation, you know something is in the pipeline. There's a discussion somewhere going on. But you know, Liverpool is going through a lot on a football basis, right? Let's say when Salah and Van Dijk came in,
Mm.
they had a bit of a solid squad. Most of the players that they're playing with, not there anymore. Most of the players that they have confidence in, not there anymore. Let's take for example the Trent. Trent's gone.
Mm.
What's his name? Um, Luis Diaz.
Diaz and
Diaz
Nunez.
is, yeah, Diaz is gone. And you know, rest in peace to Jota.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but at the same time, in situation like this, when Liverpool is in a dying moment, is Jota coming in and saving him. I've never seen a short forward getting so much head up. I never seen a short forward damaging teams so bad. That's one player I was afraid of playing against Arsenal as well. Was Jota.
Yeah,
You
he was
know,
he was the goal against us.
Robinson haven't been solid. He hasn't been picked much for Liverpool.
He's old,
Somebody,
man.
you know, I know, but still, that experience. Saka is not Saka, but Salah is not young. You know, so you know, just saying that, meeting new players and having that confidence in the team, and you know, coach decision at the end of the day. Like I said last season, I don't think Slot made too much decisions.
Mm.
It was probably Van Dijk and Salah running that team, letting the players know what's up, what is needed. The contracts being run out, they need new money. So all that was effect. But now it's a different season.
Mm.
Those things are not there no more. For one, the coach killed Ekatike confidence.
Dead.
And I will say that, and I will always say that.
Dead.
Isaac did not have preseason with Liverpool.
Yeah.
You know, so
how much longer you give him? Like, I know he hasn't preseason, but shit, man, you're a Premier League player. It's not like you've been in the Premier for 2-3 years now, man.
So I can't give him. I'm not going to. Preseason is not a thing at this point, right? If you're a baller, you know you want to go to another team that's in the Premier League. You cannot take the summer off. You know you're going to another team or top team. His job was to keep practicing. His job was to keep doing what he want to do, right? As much as Eze wanted to leave, Eze did not stop playing for Palace.
Yeah, played the Premier League game for him.
Right?
And in fact, he played in the Chelsea game, the 0-0.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
As much as Gahey wanted to leave Crystal Palace, he never stopped playing. He never stopped practicing. His demands were in, but he's still a professional.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like those things come in effect. And your price tag, you have to back your price tag. Because he made a big statement.
Mm-hmm.
He made a big statement.
Big up to Gutter for Life 82. Well, I say he's captain in Bowen in his FPL. Now, I just looked at the line again because Bowen, he's on that side with Kirkes, and Kirkes has been dead this season, man.
Yeah,
What?
I should have put Bowen on my fantasy team.
Bowen, for some reason, I don't see Paqueta in the projected lineup, but I think Paqueta
Oh,
could,
Pocata?
yeah,
Yeah.
because he can hit them, you know,
Oh yeah.
he can hit them clean. But
So
brother,
that's one rough player right there, man.
if these men lose to West Ham, let's be clear. I want this to happen. I want West Ham to slap these men up. There would be nothing funnier than West Ham getting a result. Even a draw, I think Liverpool deserve to be dragged and trolled if they draw to West Ham.
Yeah. West Ham is like 17.
Yeah.
So
Liverpool
it's like,
can't lose to West Ham, but it's not going to surprise me if they do. And that's what it is. That's essentially in a nutshell what this game. Mark said West Ham 3-0. Now that would be 3 consecutive games of them conceding 3 or more goals. Then all of a sudden, Van Dijk and Kanate are going to be, that Spider-Man where they're just pointing the finger at one another like, hey, you're at fault, you're at fault. Because can you imagine if it was Kanate that did that handball shit in the Champions League? Van Dijk would have been cussing the shit out of him.
but did you see that Real Madrid canceled their interest in Kanate?
Yeah, well, I knew that was coming. I swear to God. And Kanate form didn't just start to dip. His form has been dipping for time.
Yeah.
And I'm saying at this point, he should be fortunate that Liverpool are even offer him a contract. They should be like, bro,
he better sign that real quick.
Quick before they pull it.
He better sign that real quick.
Yeah, slot ride the wave. Like Waneri did with Leicester. And the Butler Beans love child still got a lot to prove. Yeah, but the money that they spend in this damn window has put a lot of pressure on him, and he's cracking under that pressure. Half these players are too entitled and ego driven. When the pressure appears, they go missing like my hairline.
Let me hold my suit.
but I don't know, man. They have to win that. There's pressure on one team. West Ham can go out and get a 1-1 draw and could get a manager sacked, which essentially.
Hey, West Ham has nothing to lose.
Yep.
At this point in the season, it's not like it's the end of the season where you have to win. West Ham has nothing to lose. Yeah, them losing to Liverpool is going to mean nothing to West Ham. You expect Liverpool to win this game.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the thing. All the pressure is on Liverpool right now. So, I mean, that's what they have riding for
them. So Chelsea are second, right? But after we beat them on Sunday, they're only 1 point ahead of Man City, who got Leeds. I expect you would think that City going to beat Leeds. It's at City's home ground.
Yeah, Haaland is playing.
Yeah, so if we win, City win, we'll still maintain our 7-point lead on City. But how do you feel about City chasing us 7 points? You think this is? So I was on Aaron, big up Aaron if he's still in the chat. I was on with him and Gianni, and Gianni is adamant that this is not the same Man City, that they can't chase down anyone, and they're not going to put all those big runner games. Those 8-10 set of wins together. You how you feeling about City, man?
City is definitely not the same, right?
No.
Most of the goals can come from Haaland this season.
That's facts,
right? So if you take a Haaland, regardless of the new signing or whatever the case might be, what's the kid they got from France last season?
Turkey?
Not Turkey. Masoud or whatever his name is.
Marmoush. Nah, he came from Frankfurt.
He came from Frankfurt. Yeah, I think he came from Frankfurt. Frankfurt or Lyon.
Turkey came from Lyon.
Okay.
Yeah, Turkey was the one that came from Lyon.
Marmoush is not that much this season. Yeah, he started in the Champions League. So with the absence of Haaland, City is nothing really. Foden is not really booming like that this season as well. You know, City. It's not like City haven't been slapped this season. They have. They lost four already, and we're only 12 games in.
Mm.
Well, are we telling? Are they trying to say that they're still waiting on Roderick to come back?
I mean, that's a big miss, isn't
Hey, sounds like a personal problem. Don't depend on one.
it?
If anybody,
You said don't depend on one, but you know how they depend on Holland to score their goals. I feel like we kind of depend on Declan Rice a lot in the same kind of way.
we do, but Karen, I think we got a utility player. We got a utility midfielder slash fourth line that can fill in any gap, even if it
Right.
has to come to a draw.
Nah, he can't fill in Declan's guy. He's
He's
too
not
damn
gonna
slow.
he's not gonna fill in Declan's gap, but
He can't.
what I'm saying is Ateta is going to tweak the team in a way that losing will become impossible
Mm.
if he's not afraid. Now we have two midfielders. We have two Cam.
Mm.
Imagine stacking it up with Ozil, not Ozil. Damn. Imagine stacking it up with Odegaard and Eze in the midfield,
Mm.
right? And
Yeah,
having the backline that we currently have.
I
Keep
hear it.
Zuba and whoever else. I mean,
Gary.
big up
Hello,
Gary. Welcome.
hello, Tehran. Hello, Yaga.
Yeah,
Pete,
man.
everybody.
Same question to you, Gary. You think this is not the same city? 7 points is enough? Or do you think City can still do City things, put 8 to 10 wins together?
I don't think this is the same city. Just like I don't think this is the same Arsenal.
Oh
Not,
shit.
it's not.
Up there.
It's not. Is it the same Liverpool?
No,
Definitely not.
Is it the
Definitely.
same Sunderland that everybody thought was going to come here?
I think it's the same.
no.
Oh.
There's a lot of teams that don't look the same as what everybody expected, right?
Yeah.
And everybody thought Newcastle might be able to do something, but they look like they're struggling. Aston Villa, they're up and down. They're not consistent. I mean, the most consistent team is your team, Tehran. That's the most consistent team out there in England, and
Mm.
that's. I mean, we know what we're all about. Everybody said you can't make it work the way we play.
Mm.
We changed it up a little bit. They still don't like it. We're doing all the things they said we couldn't do. Can you score from open play? We've
Mhm.
proved that we can, right? We're the top team in the month in open play right now. So we can do. We'll take, as I always say, we take what you give us. How do you want? You pick your poison. We'll
Yeah.
do what we got to do to get the win, right? Everybody says that's what you want to do as a team, right? Go
Team,
out
yeah.
there and just get the win, however you can. Nobody likes the way we were doing it before, so then we changed it up. Now everybody's gonna do something they hadn't done all season. Be consistent, right?
I hear
But
it.
you
We've been
said you
consistent. Like all these games we played, they all look similar. Everybody says that it's boring and all this boring football and all this kind of stuff, but it's been the same football, and we've actually changed it up. We're actually doing things that we like, right? Everybody's like Eze, what? He's got 4 GA in 2 games,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's what we brought him in for. Moments play, right? I mean,
So
I'm just looking at if you looking at what we're doing and going, you know what? I want to see it some more.
all right. So
I don't want to. We're not trying to. We're not like asking. I don't want them to do anything more than they've done all season. Play proper, good defense. Once in a while, if you give us a corner, a set piece, we're gonna take advantage of it.
take it. Take
And
it.
then when you open yourselves up, we will run through the door. We've shown that.
Yeah. So just so to add on to what you said, right? Everybody hates it because it's Arsenal, right? City have done this before. City have played boring games, went on the last minute to time events and all that, and nobody said anything. They said, "Well, that's masterclass football. As a champion, this is how you need to win a game." But when it's something that Arsenal is working on, now it becomes a problem. And most of I don't give a shit what it said. We just gotta keep doing what we're doing. And you hit all the points, Gary.
So what if City do what City does then open up the checkbook in January? Then we'll but you're saying that City as of now with this current squad, but if they go make some additions in January, because they could an addition that can have the Kvaratskhelia effect. And that was a
So
January signing.
you saying that City can do whatever they have to do. With them doing that, we Arsenal
Mhm.
have to lose games and we have to draw games. So it's not City, it's us. What
So
we do from this point.
one of those games, April 18th, is at City. So if we
So
hadn't played them
so
yet, so
what?
if we had a 7 point gap and we hadn't played them yet, I might think of it differently. But that could easily be
For the
4.
last 4 years, the City match hasn't made a difference in us winning or losing the league. You know this,
Thank
right?
you. Thank you.
You know we
Thank you.
in reality, if we had our worst games against the top 6, we probably win leagues. Right? We probably would have finished top 4 the first time Arteta had a chance to get into the top 4 if he had just won the games against the teams that were, mid to the bottom of the table. What are we doing this season? Right?
Slapping everybody.
You're making a hell of a case, Gary. I'm not
I,
gonna
di-
lie.
I just no, there's no what everybody wants to have all these ifs. If Palmer's healthy and back to form, if Caldwell's healthy and back to form, if Foden is healthy and back to form,
If
if
Diaz had
Rodri is
figured with the
healthy
beat
and comes
Bayern
back
Munich,
to form, right?
Mhm.
If whatever's going on with Liverpool gets fixed, right? I mean, there's a lot of ifs, but we're just doing what we do, and nobody likes that because it's they know what's going to happen. You've seen this. You tell
It's
teams how you're
Arsenal.
going to beat them, and then they go, "All right, I know what the plan is, but can you stop it?" So far, nobody's been able to stop it. In back-to-back games, you have not been able to get broken down, right? So people have
Mhm.
surprised us, right? I'm hoping that Liverpool match that Arteta lived through, he will learn from that, and those type of opportunities won't be lost, right?
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
that was a game that he could have won, right? We've had to
Hmm.
come back in our 2 draws, right? Actually, I guess
Yeah.
we had to come back in 1 draw, and another one we had to finish off, and we didn't do a good job of that, but we
Yeah.
responded after that, right? So we always talk about the next match, right? This is another one. This is a match. This is like I said. I like this 3-game stretch, and so far we've passed the first 2 tests. We got to pass the third one, right?
Mhm.
Everybody and like everybody else is hoping that okay. I mean, maybe Chelsea will do it this time, right? They're all hoping that Chelsea can do it because to keep everybody in the game. But it's all on our Arsenal and on Arteta and the players and the the traveling fans to stop. Keep doing what we do.
Yeah. But the thing is, Sheldon, like we have a lot of these mid-table clubs coming up soon. So
The
you
hungry
would look at
Premier
it from
League teams.
we're favorable in these fixtures, but if we get through another cluster of fixtures and don't come unstuck, then I might show a little bit of chest. Just a little
You
bit.
ain't got no chest yet.
Nah, no.
So you're not.
You ain't got no chest yet. You know what
I
I
got
mean?
chest. I got chest for the Chelsea game. I got chest that we're gonna punch him up. I know that.
Hey,
But as far as
that look like a little chest. You gotta
yeah,
open it all the way up.
yeah. But I actually said so. I actually agree with Sheldon that that the Villa game, because I said it earlier that the Villa away game could be trickier than this Chelsea game.
Was it?
Yeah, I
Was it going to be
think
trickier than the Newcastle away game, or which one was the trickiest? When you looked at the season and how it's going to start, did you look at St. James Park and then look at Villa and went, which one would you say was the biggest challenge coming into this season?
Newcastle was very tricky.
Yeah,
We didn't get the 97th minute header from Gabriel. He was very tricky.
Hey,
Yeah.
we did what we got to do though, right? We came back in that game, right?
Yeah.
Nobody thought we would come back in that game.
Oh, I did.
You did? No, I mean nobody else. I mean Arsenal fans were like, we're still in this game, right? We've learned that. Guess what? You can lose leads, but you can also get you can actually
turn it back,
turn it around, and that's what we've done. Nobody's running away from us, right? And we give ourselves a chance every game. So,
Gary, see our momentum now, and it's. I mean, if we build up ahead of steam and start, because we've had a couple of convincing wins this season, right? So even the Premier League aside, if we take the 5 games that we played in the Champions League, against Bilbao, we weren't great, but we got the job done. Against Olympiacos, we got better. Against Slavia Prague, we were better. Against Atletico Madrid, we were good. Against Bayern Munich, we were great. That's a progressive run of games where we got better and better and better. But the Premier League, those teams play a different style other than the 2 banks of 5 stuff that gives us trouble sometimes. I don't think Chelsea will do that on Sunday. I actually think we will actually have spaces behind that defense. So that plays into our favor. You see a midfield slugfest between our midfield and their midfield, Gary?
Yeah.
Caicedo, Decker.
As much talk as there is about Rice versus Caicedo, which it should be Rice against Subamendi, and then Enzo versus Rice, right? That's what a competition should be. And then if Palmer does start, right, I think he might start as a 10, and then that's the Eze kind of competition there, right? I don't know if that's going to happen, right? But it should. You know what? A lot of people think it's going to be 1-0 loss in the midfield, but I think it's going to be lost on that back line. If you're able to get past the back line, if you're able to get through the midfield, whose back line is going to hold up better? And that's kind of how I feel. I feel our back line will hold up better if they break through.
So my only thing is, right, if Arteta frees up Eze like the way he did with Bayern Munich, stay in that number 10 position. Because against Bayern Munich, he was not drifting towards Saka. He was not drifting to the left either. He stayed in that midfield. So every ball that floats in that center circle on the top, Eze was always there. He needs to stay in that position. It has to be that way. Because everything else were compact. The midfield did his job, defense did his job. And if we can do the same, right? Because I don't have no problem with the midfield. I really don't even look at it as a competition. Everybody hyping up, like Taryn was talking earlier, Chelsea haven't really played anybody in the top 10, right? And Arsenal, we've been doing it, right? And I know from the mistake of Zubimendi, Arteta had a strong conversation with him. Let the ball go. Let the ball go.
Your coaches always tell you make the easy pass, right?
Yeah.
Make the easy pass. I mean, he had no reason to hold on to that ball.
Does Eze even start?
Yes. Odegaard should not be starting on that field.
You say that.
I know that's Arteta's favorite boy. That's his first child.
He's the captain of the football club. He is fit.
He's not fit.
He's fit.
Okay, he's not in form then, whichever one you want to take. But he's
not. What do you do, Gary? Does Odegaard start? Does he start?
Eze starts. That's the one thing we have to get. That he starts.
Hey, sure? Number 10. Number 10. If you start in a football team, right? And if you number in your players, it goes from number 1 to number 11. number 10 starts.
Can you tell
Right?
me with absolute certainty right now that you believe Eze starts on Sunday? There's some doubt in your mind.
As a starts, you know, we might not see him
No,
at the 10.
the only doubt
That's what I think.
is
With Trossard being injured, that gives Arteta that easy out that, you know what, and then I can move Eze into the left wing.
Martinelli's fit.
no,
Martinelli's fit and
no,
will play against
no.
Reece James.
We cannot put Eze to the
No,
number 11
I know
spot.
we can't. I would rather we don't, but
Yeah, we
I
cannot put Eze to the number 11 spot. No.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that, and I'm not going to go for that any day. Eze need to start in that number 10 role and stay in that circle right there. Same way.
I'm with you.
Martinelli can start.
I hear you, but we're not taking Rice out, right? That's
No,
the only way
rest-
that
Rest
Rest stays.
you know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
the only way you can get
Rest
Eze
stays. So the we always say when you start in the team, we know Royer is in the goal. If Gabriel was fate, we know there's Gabriel and the Saka, and then rest stay there. Rest stay there.
I don't know, bro. Because the injury boost that Trossard just picked up a knock will be assessed. So Trossard is probably fit, but he probably won't start this game because I prefer Martinelli against Reece James.
Yeah, Martinelli
Right.
starts.
Right. So if Martinelli is starting on the left, Gary, Rice is undroppable. Zubimendi plays. Your captain, the captain of the football club. This
Come off the
conglomerate
bench.
of football club. The captain is fit.
Come off the bench.
Never seen a fit Tony Adams come off the bench.
He's not 100%.
He's
He
fit.
came in on the last 10 minutes of the match. He is not 100%.
I'm ready for a meltdown Sunday. when the
That's
lineup
fine.
comes out,
We're live.
you see Odegaard starting. Eze is resting.
I think you give Odegaard his start against Brentford midweek, and then
There we go.
build up the cardio and the form that he needs, right? Because everybody's gonna say like, okay, well, if we stick with our, you know, if Martinelli is ready to come back and he gets that start, and Eze gets into 10, Odegaard comes on late in the game, right? Because think about it, if it's one of those tight games, you can bring Odegaard in, and then we put a lot more pressure on them, right? When we get that pressure on them, we can steal the 3 points late in the game if we don't get it done beforehand. Yeah, I mean that's how I'm saying when you use Martinelli. I understand he's the captain and all of that, but he's got to. I'm hoping that he's learned when you've got a team in form, you don't want to break it up, right? That's like saying, you know what, I'll rest Zubimendi and let Rice play 6, right? Just because you're not going to do that kind of thing, right? Just if you're going to do that, you should have done it, going into this break, into this 3-game stretch. So I hear you, and that is the concern, but we're hoping that change, things are changing for the better, and he does.
Does it matter? Does it matter who has the captain band at this point anymore? Because I think as an Arsenal fan, we all know who the real captain is. Yeah. He might have the band on his hand if he starts, but we all know who the captain is, and that's Declan.
Yeah. Declan knows who the captain is.
Yeah.
I was going to say the captain might be sitting up in the stands right now. Right,
Declan knows who the captain is because when the captain came onto the pitch against Bayern, he knows the rank structure, he knows the hierarchy.
Man.
And that right there symbolizes who's starting in that field on Sunday.
Listen, right? You can be a motor sergeant and don't know shit. We know who running the motor pool.
Martinelli is our new super sub finisher, Arteta. That's Arteta's new finishing move. He can start Trossard against Reece James. He can't. That won't work tactically. This is horses for courses. One, he picked up a knock, right? So something hurts, even if he passes fitness test. In this game, I prefer Martinelli up against Reece James is rapid, but Martinelli can have him pull a hamstring out there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
no, I don't. I don't want to see um
I don't
Trossard.
want to see Tressard starting.
Yeah. Trossard going up gives Arteta the chance to start Odegaard again. And this is it, man. It's gonna. This I'm not just pulling this out of thin air. This is
Yeah.
exactly where I'm
Yeah.
pulling this from.
Yeah. Gunner.
Trossard being injured, Odegaard being fit and back, and he played in that behind closed doors games for fitness with Jesus. He's fit, and he's back, and he's the captain, and it's a London derby. And if you remember last year, away at Stamford Bridge, Odegaard got injured in international duty and didn't play. We turned up to Stamford Bridge. Guess who started and played a full 90 minutes?
Hey.
Martin Odegaard.
We give them what, 5?
Now it was 1-1.
Oh, that's a 1-1 game. Okay.
1-1 when he gave Martinelli the assist. So as they say, you say as they plays, and I hear that, but if Odegaard starts and Eze plays, we know what that means. Eze gonna be hugging touchline and not allowed to do his
If I could have learned anything from the Liverpool and the City match is that Eze plays.
Thank you.
I don't know. I mean, the writing's on the wall. Like this is how this is what you do. Right?
So before the end of last season, right? How many times we cried as an Arsenal fan, or as Arsenal fans, that we need another number 10? What has Odegaard proven that he needs to keep starting, and especially in front of Eze?
We have another number 10. It's Ethan.
We have not going down the drain. We have some people don't even remember if Odegaard played for Arsenal. You can't watch an Arsenal match and be like, oh my God, we are missing Odegaard.
I tell you who hasn't forgotten Arteta, but I'm telling you, he's gonna play a bigger game. He's gonna play a bigger part in this game than we're projecting.
And you know what? The other part to this, and this is one thing we don't know, is it rotation? I'm reaching here. Is it rotation?
Rotation for who?
Who's
next?
Whatever Arteta's rotation is about, and that's why Eze doesn't start. All right.
This is a London derby. This is enough London derby.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah.
You should have your best 11 players on the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So what's your starting lineup, Gary?
My starting lineup. I mean, the back line will be same as it was. Hincapie instead of sorry, not Hincapie, but it would be Calafiore instead of Skelly, of course, on that back line. Ray in goal. Zubimendi, Rice, and I would have Eze. That's what I would have, and then Martinelli, Moreno, and Saka, and then you have Erdegaard if he gets healthy, come off the bench. Right? If Trossard is healthy, he comes off the bench. You've got Kai supposedly, Kai and Gyökeres are getting tested tomorrow. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we looked at our roster, right, and said, I looked at our lineup and said, we're gonna have problems because not everybody can even make the bench. This is where,
I love it.
Outside of Gabriel, Gabriel, everybody else, besides outside the two Gabriels, there's potential. Everybody else will be available, and somebody's like, I don't think Dowman's going to be on the bench tomorrow. And Weary, probably not. Trossard is available. Erdegaard is available, right? I mean, Noni's available, right? Those are. I mean, these are the problems that we're going to have. So some players will not get on the bench, and some players they'll be starters for us at some point in this season. So that's the lineup I would have. I would like to see, I'd like to see Martinelli. Like I said, I think Arteta will bring Erdegaard in and push Eze out. That's what I think he'll do. But if I had my choice, I'd have Martinelli come in and let's see how that connection between Martinelli and Eze actually works. And then I think that gives Saka even more gives him space because now, you got Eze who can open things up. So I don't know. That's what I say.
So somebody in the chat said, "Is it false 9?"
Yeah, that was Ohaha. He's fucking off. Right? there's no way. No. I actually think Mourinho is going to give Chelsea a unique set of problems.
Yeah.
That Gyökeres does. But I do think Gyökeres will make the bench.
Yeah.
I think him and Kai make the bench.
So so that's the thing though. Gyökeres and Kai make the bench, right? Mourinho come in there and do his work in the first 50, 60 minutes, and you switch up. What do you think gonna happen? Because Kai gonna score.
Kai comes on.
What you put in Kai?
If Marino starts and has to come off in the 60th minute for a sub, and it's Gyökeres and Kai for him to choose from, he's gonna put Kai in. He's gonna put Kai he's gonna put Kai in, and he's gonna play Nani.
Yeah.
Are
you taking out Saka?
Hey, why not?
I don't have no problem with it.
I was actually delighted to see Saka come off against Bayern Munich. I couldn't believe my eyes. I was like,
we need to rotate, and we're gonna have to find. Arteta's gonna have to just bite his lip once in a while.
Okay, I'm glad you said that, Gary. So when do we rotate Rice?
He for me, he gets max 60 minutes. Max. I think we've got everything out of him in the first 2 games, right? I think he definitely played 90 in the last one, right? And I don't know if he played 90 in the first game against the North London Derby, but
he did
60 minutes max for him. Norgard's going to have to be prepared to come in and play if that's how it works out, right?
No guard for Rice.
Yeah,
I thought Norgard was a lot more deeper in a Zubimendi type of deal.
Well, I just think you're gonna have Zubimendi and Norgard there, and Eze or Erdegaard sitting in front of them.
Okay.
Right, to see out the game. Like that's how I see Norgard coming in. Right.
Okay. I can see that.
I mean, I think some people might say you can bring Kai and put him in the 8, but I don't like him there.
No.
I don't like him there. I mean, I barely like him as a center forward for us, right? But
nah, he's a lot more better in the center forward than number 8. Kai has become a monster now. That boy, he put on some speed, and he put on some muscle.
I don't like all that talk. I mean, here's the thing though. I do know that him and Erdegaard on the press, they press really well together. All right. Like if we're chasing this game because Chelsea comes out blazing and gets ahead of us, you can put them in, and then we'll then they're probably going to that back 10, 2 rows of 4, that we talk about, right? They probably have to go into that, and it looks similar to the Chelsea game because once we decide to put some pressure on them, they'll have to slow us down. So we've got. I like this team. We got all the answers, which will create problems for the manager. That's fine, But your best 11 has to include Eze, right?
Facts.
Like so, how? Like I said this when we had Wenger. Just put your best 11. Let them figure it out. If that means you have to move some players out of position, then do that. I'd rather have the best 11 out than players playing in positions that aren't as good as players sitting on the bench. So that's why if Erdegaard is, is he part of our best 11 players on the team?
Against Chelsea, no.
Okay.
Against a team where we're going to have 75% possession of the ball, I say yes. I say you can't play him, Eze, and Zubi or Declan. You don't need 2 DMs against Wolves.
Yeah.
But against a Chelsea who does have a good midfield, they have a wicked Caicedo who's very good at breaking up play. Enzo can ping the ball about. If Cole Palmer was starting in the 10, it could be tricky, but I don't suspect that he would. I think he's going to play Yao Pedro there. But the question was, Gary, when do we rest Declan Rice?
I told you he gets 60 minutes.
He's playing 90 minutes. You know he's playing 90 minutes. Yeah,
I'm telling you, that's at 60 minutes. We're looking at the clock. We're looking at the score, and we're seeing what's there.
the only way he gets a break, he comes off at the hour mark, is if we're up 3-4-0.
I'm just
If the
telling
game is close, he's not coming off.
That's how he's gonna get his break. If he's sitting at red, you got to pull him. We've pushed players to play out there, right? That's how Sunderland got back in. Our front line was all dead on their feet. Sub him. We got no pressure up front. We play defense in all 4 levels on the field, right? Front, middle, back, and then the goalkeeper. If any of those layers are weak, right, we see what happens. Teams get the time they need on the ball and get to do what they want. If Rice is hitting red, you got to pull him.
I think he's already in the red.
No, he looked fine. Did he not? Did he look like he was in the red against Bayern Munich? To you? Did he look like he was in that?
Nah, nowhere close. No.
No, but you know what it looks like when you saw the Sunderland game. That's what players look like when they hit the red.
But you know what? You weren't going to see it against Bayern Munich and Tottenham? The adrenaline, the hype. Against Sunderland, there's nothing there. But against Tottenham, it's Tottenham. And this is Bayern Munich. This is 10-2 FC. Knocked us out the Champions League. There's oomph there for them to perform. I think he's already... And you won't see it when the adrenaline kick in. But when the damn... Right, you seen it. They go into their Zen mode, bro. You seen it. You seen that story of that woman that lifted a whole car off her baby, but 2 minutes later couldn't pick up a cup of tea. You know?
But if that's the case, then Rice will play the full 90 and play an extra 10, based on what you just said, because he's that kind of player. Based on what you just said, if you think that's true, if you think a mom will pick up a car and save her kid, and Rice is that mother. He's going to pick up the car, save the kid who's Arsenal, and get us the 3 points.
Now he will get us to the point where he'll
do everything, right? So one thing Rice will do, he'll do everything on that pitch. You know, if I need to chase back, do I need to do a free kick, or do I need to push this ball through the middle? You want me to take a shot?
Yeah,
he'll do it all. I mean, I always keep saying, I compare him sometimes to Jordan Henderson, right? He just did everything for his team, and that's kind of what Rice will do. He'll do everything to his team. Is he at that level with Jordan Henderson? Maybe not, just because he doesn't have any hardware, but he plays. He gives his all. Right? He does that. Anything you need, he'll do it. Right? He'll press. I mean, seen it. We saw it. Right? Press up the top, get us back into a game. Right? Do anything.
So last time would be Chelsea. Saka didn't play. Moreno was up top. It's that 1-0 match.
Mm-hmm.
And there was Trossard and Martinelli on both sides. The only difference we have right now was Partey and Skelly. And now we all saying Skelly is not a defender, so we're gonna put Calafiori in there. And that's without Saka. For right now, we're considering our number 9 to be Moreno to start.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And questionable Trossard is he got a knock.
Yeah, it's a game time decision for him.
So if we put in Martinelli over there and Saka on the next side, I really don't see no issue. Like I'm not worried about this game at all. And during those times, we had Kevin on the bench, we have Zinchenko on the bench, we had Jorginho on the bench. You know, so, and we have Tierney on the bench as well, which none of these players are available, or not even available. They're not even on the squad.
Yeah.
So we have a more squad depth that even if something is going wrong, we having Havertz on the bench, Yakares on the bench, Odegaard on the bench, to come in and make the difference. So my confidence level is high. I have no doubt.
How confident are you for this game to Sunday, Gary? I went 2-1. What you saying?
I have 2-0 is what I want, but I suspect they might get a goal, so then it'll be 3-1, which just because we'll get that two goal buffer. I was just looking at it. The last 2 games we drew away. 2 games before that we won. If the trend holds, no, this is our time. We get the win, right? So I'm gonna go 2-0 is what I want. I expect we keep them at bay no matter what they bring on. We're a better team. So
yeah, I'd love to go to Stamford Bridge and keep a clean sheet and essentially end any chance that they think of, because I think a 9-point gap for them would be devastating. Then they'll see City leapfrog them, and then they have a tough run of games. They haven't played City yet. They haven't gone to St. James's Park yet. They got some. So yeah, but can't lose. I'm not nervous. I feel when I was at the pub watching the Bayern Munich game after they equalized and it was 1-1. Guy sitting next to me, he was frantic, and I was like, I don't feel nervous. We're not losing this game. It's kind of how I feel about this, Justin. I don't feel nervous. I just think we have enough. Whether or not he fucks this up, shoehorning Odegaard in there and moving Eze all over the place. Because
I'm still not worried.
If I'm gonna ask the question, Gary, if I'm gonna ask the question, when does Declan get a rest? Surely that's not exclusive to Declan. At some point, Eze will need a rest. So the manager as well was in his right to rotate Eze and bring in his captain. Now, if he chooses to do that on Sunday, don't know. If he does it and it works, he's a genius. If he does it and it doesn't work, you can catch me on the catch up.
If it doesn't work, it means he doesn't sub when it's not working. And he's been getting a little bit better about stuff when he needs to make some changes because things aren't going the way he expects, right? And you know what? Fresh legs out there might do the trick. A different type of style of player will do the trick. So, you know what? And we have better players than we've had in a very long time, where it doesn't matter who plays; they all have a quality about them, a role that they're really good at, a style that they can fit into. So, if Eze doesn't play and Erdegaard does play, then we know. I'm assuming he can press. Put some pressure on them and see how they handle that. And they can keep, instead of we'll hold on to the ball more, and it's just a matter of how we handle getting through that midfield, right? So there's different ways we can play this. We can play different types of ways, right?
Hear it.
If
Erdegaard is there, it's gonna look a little different. I think from what we saw, and maybe hopefully he's feeling the same way. When we last saw Erdegaard come in, right, and I think it was the Liverpool match where I think he pulled up in that one, right? I think if I'm thinking correctly, he pulled up in that one. Right before he pulled up, he was driving the ball down the middle of the pitch. He made a wrong pass, but he was driving, which is something that I want from him when he gets that ball. And if he continues to do that, then that gives that puts pressure on defenses, because he's got a good pass on him. So eventually, I saw some people talking about him shooting. He needs to be a threat shooting the ball as well.
Yeah.
But he could put a nice pass in, and if he's looking to the left and the right, he's got Saka and Martinelli there, and he doesn't give Martinelli too much to think about. Then we'll be fine. Right?
Yeah. Man, I've watched Odegaard drive the ball in the center of the park. Yakares opened a space 3 times. And Odegaard drove the ball in the 18-yard box and ended up turning around. Right? So you speaking about Declan getting some rice? Declan can get some rice when we play Wolves on the 13th of December. Or he can get some rice probably halftime, depending on how the Aston Villa game goes.
Yeah.
But I'm taking no chances with Declan getting the rice if he's not injured.
Yeah.
Declan and Eze can get a rest against Wolves, because the game after that should be Crystal Palace in a cup match,
Yeah,
and he's definitely playing against Crystal Palace.
yeah. Big up to Terry Tibbs. Playing 3-1 to the mighty Arsenal. Carol DJ Hennessy said we're making too many excuses. 3-1 Chelsea.
You made it. Have we made excuses? I don't think we made any excuses. We just told you how it could play out. We have so many ways we can beat Chelsea. Doesn't matter who we put on the pitch. It could look totally different. So I don't think there's excuses. I don't think there's any excuses. There's just like options. We got options.
Shatta Hennessy is from Ghana.
Yeah.
Every Ghanaian I know is a Chelsea fan because of Esse, not Marco Eason. My bad. Every Ghanaian I know is a Chelsea fan because of Essen and Mikel Obi. So go ahead and sit down, Hennessy. Go drink some Hennessy.
The thing is, so we'll say big up to Shatta Hennessy. Nice to meet you, bro, but we'll never see you again after because you won't be here on Sunday. I'll never ever see you again. Appreciate you checking in, but
make sure you share the chat.
Yeah,
make sure you share the live, hit the like button, subscribe.
Because here's the thing, Gary. What do you have scheduled for Sunday? Because the YouTube algorithms are going to be crazy, regardless of the result. Because I don't think this is a draw. Someone is getting mudded.
That's Chelsea.
Yeah, so it will be the Arsenal. You're 6 years in your process anyway. You should be winning. You should be beating us. You're the number one team. But you were on a panel today with a madman, Gary. Absolute lunatic. I don't know how you did it.
I seen that on Gary's stuff.
You just one of those things. You just let him talk, right?
Jesus.
You just let him talk, and you're like, "Why? No, okay." I don't even have to say anything because nobody believed any of that stuff, right? I was like, "All right, what?" So yeah.
My God, yeah, but that's if they beat us, that's what we have to listen to for the next week.
Don't even dream about if.
Yeah. But yeah, man. But big up, we got 29 likes. Yeah, that's good, man. That's a good place to leave it there tonight. If we could get to 30 on the watch back, that'll be cool. But yeah, I know you got something scheduled for tomorrow, man. You tell the people what you got.
Yeah, so tomorrow at 3 p.m. do our our match day show where we watch the games, talk about whatever. Check us out. Just type.
You watch every game.
Well, kind of look at all the games. And I think what is going on tomorrow that might be important to us. I think there are some games, right?
City play.
Yeah. City play Leeds.
City plays. I don't. I mean, as much as I would like to see Leeds do something at the Etihad. I don't know. About
Leverkusen did it. What can't they?
That's true. They could get. You know what? They could get surprised. Right? It could be a surprise there. So,
yeah. With that being said, 5-0 City.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Hey, Leeds slap up Liverpool.
City are gonna slap them, man, brother. It's gonna be like when we're expecting Bournemouth to do something against City, and they did, but nah, DJ.
Well, Bournemouth played right into their hands. That was like that should have gone a totally different way.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, Leeds might just get beat because they won't. They can't play like Bournemouth in the first place, so they're just gonna get beat. More than likely, but I would like to see a surprise. To see a surprise. So,
always.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna leave with that. Oh, you say Crystal Palace and Man United.
Yeah, and you can hop on the show after the Chelsea loss, my bro. I'll drop you the link, but I'll hold you to it. Manchester City. I love this result, because then we'll go 10 points clear at City.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think Lee will sneak up on them. Somehow, Haaland gonna score. That's not a question.
Yeah, but
you know what? Leeds does have they have big giants as well on their back line now. So that's the one thing that they did this year when they brought in the players. They're like 6'4" and 6'6", like 2'6'4" or 6'8" players or whatever it was. So they're gonna have big guys. So the ball might be passed over there, but it might not make it. So
5-0.
you know,
They
we'll
got
see.
Dominique Calvert-Lewin leading their line. 5-0, maybe
So
6.
so you think
Go ahead.
you think Crystal Palace beat United tomorrow
Yep, 2-0.
or whenever?
Yeah, 2-0 comfortably. Not even close. Like comfortably beat them. Rough them up. I heard their own coach today on Sky Sports calling the players soft. So we play soft. You can't be soft against Palace. They are some bulldogs. That Mateta, he is a unit, bro. He is about to body them, man. He getting bodied. You know, so I'm going 2-0. Wahaha agrees. DJ say 4-0. But we don't take DJ seriously because he think they're gonna win tomorrow. Win on Sunday. We gotta take that with a pinch.
Hey, DJ, we watching you. Make sure you don't disappear.
Yeah, because we play ball with Chelsea, man, that I can't find. You know, it's wasting chances. That's true. But I just United would just find a way to get in their own way in this game. You know.
Yeah, they don't have Konya, so hey.
Yeah, but
yeah, they miss him. They definitely miss him.
They don't have Konya.
Yeah. Sunderland and Bournemouth play tomorrow. That could be a good. Versus 7th or something. That could not.
It could be the best game of the weekend in terms of teams that kind of even.
But Samini is out, right? He's like 75%.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah, I think he plays. He'll play.
You think he plays?
Yeah, he'll play. But if not, you know, they got Evan Nielsen and Tavernier, and you know, they got Brooks and they got Shea Adams. They got good players. But you know, Shaka Boom and all that there. 1-0 Sunderland. Could happen. But I don't know. Sunderland, they're at home, so yeah. Should be. That ass getting waxed. Pause. Big pause. But yeah, gentlemen, we'll leave it there. Appreciate you hopping on, Gary. Yaga P. Manners and respect. Appreciate the time, the AT, the Arsenal therapy. It's good now. Like Gary last year, this time, this was meltdown settings, man, on BBK Sports, bro. We were,
you know what I mean?
It was rough times, you know. But it's gotten to the point where we can do the show, you know, with smiles on our faces and laugh at everyone else, laugh at Liverpool in 12th, laugh at United in 10th, and hopefully we'll be laughing at Chelsea come Sunday. But big up to BX, big up to AJ, big up to DJ, Hennessy, everyone who popped in. Sheldon, manners and respect every single time. Like I always say, people, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.